Bam! Hello everyone, my name is Cosmin, for those of you who don't know. And today I wanna talk a little about what's going on today in the world. You know, things like misinformation, how do people get to the point they are so easily misinformed, uh, UAPs, UFOs, 3A Atlas, ancient archaeological sites, things like this. Hopefully, I will manage to touch all these subjects a little. We have like 1 hour, something like this, 1 hour and a half until I get home. So hopefully, we'll manage to discuss a lot of these things. So let's go. God damn, I forgot to put the GPS. Here we go. These days, man, technology, honestly. You don't know your way back home anymore if you don't have a GPS. Fucking hell.
Head south. Continue for 2 kilometers.
Yes, ma'am. So, honestly, yes, we are going with this format today because why not? I bought a new mic here, you can see it. I want to try it out, how good it is. And what better way to try it out than trying to film an episode on my way home from work, which is quite a ride every day, 66 kilometers. So I definitely have some time to touch on, if not all, some of the subjects that I mentioned in the intro. I'm gonna start with misinformation and how people they just buy into that stuff so easily. Now it's very, especially now because it's very easy. It's super easy online. There is there are so many opinions on the same things that it's very hard to filter out. Even as a person who really has things together, you can still get trapped sometimes in a misinformation net. That's crazy. And thinking about misinformation, that's just like scratching the surface. Because if you go online now these days, man, it's insane. It's insane the amount of misinformation that is out there. Misinformation, malinformation, there are different names for it. Oh, this is crazy, dude. Just crazy, insane. Thinking about the state of the world today, we are definitely a digital world. We are there in a place where social media rules. There's a lot of reality going on there in that world that is as real as the real world in front of you, because it's like a part of us. We are like a little cyborg. Like we have access to that world, and that world is somehow connected to us. We are connected in that world as well as in the physical world. That's crazy. And I see I see. Every time I open up, I'm not saying about the Google feed with the news. I'm not saying about Instagram or Twitter or X or whatever. I'm not saying about those platforms. I'm saying about YouTube. Just go on YouTube and open YouTube or TikTok and just scroll around, and you man, it's crazy. It's insane. It's insane. From UAPs, my feed is from UAPs to UFOs to ancient archaeological discoveries to strange weather patterns to explosions in the sun, EMPs, radiation, pole shifting, the ice age, the younger Dryas, the Gobekli Tepe, the pyramids, ancient power source, CIA covering up, I don't know what kind of projects. You have World War II, crazy scientists, aliens already here, aliens in the sky, aliens in the water, Pentagon showing video footage of something coming out of the water, going way too fast, but it's not like it's a video to say like it's a real video. It's like a military feed of sensors showing you what those things say, then they are backed up by videos, and I've never seen them, you know. And this is supposed to be like a UAP interdimensional craft, which matter just simply doesn't have an effect on it. It doesn't splash when it goes into the water. I mean, I don't know why it doesn't just go inside the mountain, because it's solid rock, and this is where I draw the line. Is like the UAP is like, I can go in the water, no splash, move the same like I would move in the air, but when it comes to a mountain, I'm like, no man, oh come on, that's a solid mountain. Because these things, I don't know, they are strange, and people just believe everything they see. They get caught up in all the drama that's going on out there. Everything, man, they eat shit up. Everything. This UAP thing now, because of course they changed the name. It's not UFO anymore because unidentified flying object. It's flying, and these things don't just fly. They appear out of nowhere. They do a lot of stuff. They go in the water, in the mountains. They're not UAPs, and UFOs anymore. They are beyond that. They are just a phenomenon, and this has captured so much attention, man. Attention in the world now, that everybody's like, oh my god, whistleblowers coming out. We're gonna say this. We're gonna inform the Congress of the United States, saying that, oh, when we was in the military, we did this and we saw this, and we knew all the time that these things were there, and we just didn't do anything about it because it's military stuff, work. You have to do your thing, your drills, your whatever. You don't just stop a plane which is flying, a military plane. You just stop and you say, okay, let's go investigate this light, which is, I don't know, there when you're doing a drill, and this I understand, of course, it makes kind of sense, but still, I have never. I don't know why. It's very strange. Right now, all of these things are happening, and they are. It's like feeding you enough to get you hooked, get you interested, but not enough for someone who is maybe like me, who is like, I have to see really to extraordinary claims must be backed up by extraordinary facts and evidence, So I need that in order to like believe that all of this is like it's true. This is true, Show me a picture, show me a video, Show me a real valid video which can't be debunked, which is like, yeah, this is 100% sure that this is a UFO in the sky, flying over the, I don't know, Pacific Ocean and is doing that, and then I believe, But we don't get that. We don't get that. But we do get enough credible people who say witness, who says that it's all real. It's like it's being crumbed out, You slowly pick up crumbs as you go, like Hansel and Gretel in the forest with the breadcrumbs, to find your way back home. And now to find our way back home to what? To an alien in the sky, a UAP in the sky. That's where we have to follow these. I don't even know what to say, man. Half of it is bullshit. Half of it may be real, but you don't know because it's not anchored. The evidence is not anchored. It's not that credible. And even those whistleblowers, they say, yeah, and it's a credible person. But when it comes to the real stuff, the real things that they should share, they say, well, I can't share that openly with you. I can share that only with the judge in a closed hearing, to convince the judge, because I violate national security if I do that. And I understand that, but then why whistleblow in the first place? For what? If you can't give the hard truth, the hard evidence that this is happening. It's difficult. And now, regarding, just to say that misinformation is everywhere, man. It covers every subject, every conspiracy out there. There's truth and there's misinformation. There's malinformation, misinformation, whatever you want to call it. People who don't want the real information to be exposed, but it is already exposed. It's out there. They can't share it. They muddy the water so that you can't understand anymore what's true and what's not true. That's crazy. For example, a clear example of this: we have an incoming interstellar object right now on its way to its close approach to Mars. I believe is the first planet that it goes by. It's called 3I Atlas, and it's the third interstellar object which has managed to find his way into our solar system from interstellar space in the last decade, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. And it was discovered by Atlas. I think it's an observatory for, last defense or something like this in case of high velocity incoming objects from space or something like this. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it's something like that, Anyway, so this officially is a comet. It's a comet that's making its way through space into the inner solar system, going very close by Mars after its apogee, close to the sun, after its closest approach to the sun is being catched by the gravitational field of the sun, thrown towards Mars, and I believe from there is going to Jupiter, and then is going on its way back into interstellar space, and it catches so much attention right now from everyone. There are so many videos saying that what this object might be, just like the previous objects, that interstellar objects like Oumuamua, and I don't remember the name of the other one right now. I'm driving, so I can't look it up. The first, the Oumuamua was a mystery. It was a solid piece of rock. It was like a cigar shaped, and it was really fast. It came really fast, swinged by the sun, and launched himself out of the solar system. The second one was a comet. It behaved like a comet. I believe it was faster than normal, so it was classified like as a comet. And this one, I don't know what to say about 3i Atlas. That is so the amount of, you don't know what's true. The official version is that it's a comet, but they say that it can't really be a comet because, first of all, the tail of the comet is pointing in the wrong direction. There is a huge aura or gases around the comet, which they are not supposed to be there, or they're not supposed to be enveloping the comet, not those type of elements anyway. It's changing color. I believe now it's red, and it was green or blue, or I don't know. You understand what I'm saying about the misinformation? I watched so many videos that some of them say this, some of them say that, some of them say that it's catching speed, some of them say that is actually slowing down as it makes its approach to the sun, and it will slightly speed up as it exits our solar system. I don't know. Regarding this, I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see, because this object is slowly now going to make his closest approach to the sun, and we are the opposite side on the sun of the sun the moment that it gets the closest it's ever going to be, to us, so we can observe it. So we won't be able to see it by the time it's on its way. By the time that we can see it again, as it comes from behind the sun, it's already on its way out of the solar system. So on its way to Jupiter. They say that there is a way, maybe, in which they're going to intercept it with some kind of a satellite that's orbiting Jupiter right now. I don't know. Maybe this is also misinformation. I'm not sure. Look it up for yourself. Make up your own decision. Make up your own minds on things. This is what I'm trying to say. Because, man, it's better that way. It's better. It's very difficult to tell the difference between a lie and the truth, because some of the lies out there, they are so elaborate, man. Maybe some people are just so smart that they just, this is a lie. This is not. But most of us, no. We see them, we hear them, and it takes time for us to filter out all the shit. It's possible, but not as fast as somebody who is very educated on some fields. And this is also one of the major problems, because the misinformation that is been given is also passed on by highly educated people, well respected, and things like this, doctors, and they are the ones who are helping to promote this misinformation, and that's just it hurts, man, because you don't know anymore. You don't know what to believe. It's messing your brain up slowly. And now, of course, everybody, well, I'm not sure everybody, but it's just an expression, is focused on how is it possible that the ancient pyramids of Giza and other ancient archaeological sites that we've discovered, how exactly were they built? Because there is honestly no logical explanation as to how exactly were the civilizations back then capable of achieving something like that with our current understanding of the civilizations that lived back then. You know, we just don't know. And nowadays, in this period, a lot of people have been waking up to this and pressing on this. Like, we have to find answers. We have known forever since we have discovered, for example, the pyramids of Giza, that there is no way, no logical explanation of how those pyramids were actually built, or how old these monuments are actually, because we have not done the proper research. The investigation into this has not been done intensively and properly. It has been done on the surface, so that you see it, that, oh yeah, everybody knows about Giza and the King's Chamber and the pyramids, the Sphinx and everything. This has been covered, but the how, the when, the who, these topics have not been covered enough. And this is mainly because we, the people, have not shown interest into understanding what was going on back then, and how did those civilizations do those things. More and more people are now waking up. It's like a collective consciousness awakening happening right now in the world, where more and more people are interested in these things, and so the subjects are being reopened. And due to persons which have wealth and money and the ability to fund themselves in order to go there and do the studies and find out for themselves and publish those findings, due to these people, we are now finding out more and more and more. because these people, they are not controlled by the people who are controlling the narrative. Not all of them, at least. And some of them, they generally just want to get the information out. They want to tell the truth. They are curious for themselves, that they have this explorer drive within them to find out the truth so they can pass it on, so they can improve, and we can make our understanding of today world better, richer. We people who want to contribute, they want to change the world. They want to change the current way in which things are being done. A lot of people are doing this right now, and we see a lot of resistance to that. And those people are being persecuted, they are being called names, quacks, kooks, all kinds of crazy labels. They are being given into those people who are actually trying to help, and they want to feed the world with truth, and you very clearly today see this fight, these two sides opposing each other, and this is because of the World Wide Web, the internet, because it's so hard to regulate it. Then they are trying, but because when you are using the internet, you are a user, you know, and you are putting information out there for so many eyes to see, it's very hard to control that, especially if what you're saying is truth. So it's easier to just muddy the water. They can't control it like the media, like the television. On the television, if you don't like something, the only thing you can do, you can change the channel. That's it. But you cannot, choose another reporter to say, oh, I'm going to choose this guy to tell me the information, or this guy, because they're all the same. Doesn't matter who is giving to you the news, from what channel he is. They are all giving you the same thing. Doesn't matter what political inclinations they have, or I don't know from what party they belong to. The information given on TV, it always fits the agenda. It's always, it's for this, serves this purpose. And it's all like indigo, man, like copy paste. On the internet, that's rough, man, because you can't control the internet like that. Because if you try to control the internet like that, the internet will fail. It will fail. And you can't have the internet fail, because it's the thing that drives the most money in the world now. And come on, you say oil and things like this, man, are you crazy? No, data and information and all of that's on the internet and the cyberspace. That's where the money is now. Everything is there. So you can't control that in the way that you do a TV channel, because the people reporting and giving you the information online, they are, this guy who lives next door on the 7th floor, and he has a studio in his one of his rooms. He doesn't work for any news station. He just has an internet connection, a phone for making a video, a nice microphone, and he's just giving information how he finds out. And he's putting his personal touch on delivering that information and not a paid version of it, like on TV. So you can't control that. You can suppress it as much as you can, but at one time, it's very visible when you try to shut down those kind of things. It's very visible because the whole world is watching there. It's crazy. It's crazy. The invention of the internet, even though it has brought so much evil in the world right now, it has also helped so much because it's the new way. It's the new way, and it's a piece of the new world that we are going into. And the old world is the TVs and the channels and the radio stations. That's the old world. And right now they are overlapping. But at one time, they will, on the timeline, they will not be overlapping anymore. Those will be a thing of the past. And the new will be just this, technology, and I don't know how it's going to be, how it's going to look. And honestly, with the development of the AI right now, the artificial intelligence, which apparently now they even change it, it's called AGI, because apparently we already achieved AI. So we need something that is even greater than AI. It's AGI. Doesn't matter. And with the development of this new technology, which is a piece inside of the same technology, is just a branch of it. It's developing. It's a branch that's developing into it. I honestly don't know, I can't understand the direction in which we will be. I can have a general idea, like a small idea of the future of how it's going to look, but I can't really know for sure. Because think about it. My generation, I'm 40 now. So my generation, man, we've been through stuff. I mean, when I was a kid, we didn't have cell phones, The internet was just barely a thing coming out, especially where I grew up, coming out of the communism after the 89, 1989, So TV was the thing, and then slowly internet, phones, pagers, then phones, then internet, computers, laptops, all these things. We watched this grow, man, this monster grow, So where this is going, I don't know. Because if you would have asked me in 1999 what the world would look like in 20 years from now, I would have never guessed. I remember my brother-in-law saying, the first time the phones, they didn't have a color display. They were like these Tetris games, the display on it. It was only like the mobile phone operator, the clock on it, you show the signal, the battery life, and you could, that was pretty much it. It was a plain two colors thing, contrast. It was just a contrast between light and dark thing going on there, between two shades, two colors. Fucking hell. And I remember my brother-in-law saying, like, dude, I heard that they are coming up now with color displays for the phones, you know. And he was like, I wonder how it's gonna be. It's gonna be like one number is gonna be one color, the second number is gonna be another color, like red or blue or things, you know. You could have different colors there, and you never imagine that it's going to be like a TV, like a TV screen on your phone, you know. You never would have imagined that, you know, that it's gonna be not only that, it's going to be the image on your phone is going to be better than on the TV you have right now in your living room, which the TV in the living room for us in 1992, we bought a color TV. Man, it was state of the art. It was just big tube, fucking hell, a color TV. And it was the images and we were blown away, you know. What the fuck, from black and white TV to that, you know. Think about the cost of it. It was, in my family, we were thinking, there was a debate regarding, are we going to buy a new car or are we going to buy a new color TV, you know. That was the prices, you know, for a new TV. So of course we bought the new TV. It was cool, awesome. The brand was Nesco. That was the brand. I don't know if any one of you know this brand, Nesco. Just, you know, drop a comment in the section below. It would be cool to find out how many people had a Nesco TV, color TV. Anyway, those things were cool, and you didn't have a remote control everything. But we had like 3 channels on it, 3 national channels on it. And later came, you know, this cable TV, like in, I don't know, in 96, something like this. We started to steal cable from my neighbor, you know, and just to try it out for a few days, you know. We didn't actually steal, you know. We like asked the neighbor, can we just try it out to see if it's worth it to go and buy, you know, to pay it also. Of course it was worth it. It was 50 channels. From 2 channels, 3 channels to 50 channels. 4 channels, German channels, British channels, French channels, Eurosport, I don't know, whatever, Cartoon Network. It was like, wow, Dad, let's go, let's get this. Cable TV. Crazy, huh? So we watched all of this, you know, develop, grow into the what it is today, you know. What's now? What you have at your fingertips. This technology, which I don't even understand it, man. This how this technology appeared so fast. From where?
Roadworks ahead.
All of the sudden, out of the blue, like this, you know, this high technology just came. It didn't came like after one day like this. The jump to the technology was not steep. If you think about it, it took some years, but 30 years. Think about it. Thousands of years happened nothing. Nothing. Since Jesus Christ was born until the 1900s, people still lived with candles. Candles, man. This is 2000 years of nothing, you know? Nothing. Just swords and weapons and medieval stuff, you know? And then technology, bam, bam, just came all of a sudden. This industrial revolution happened. And then now, the internet and the, how they call it now, the cybernetic revolution. How they call this now? What's going on now in the world? How they call this? It's crazy. And now we can know what's happening all around the world, you know? This is insane. And in the last year, I would say a year or 2 years, So many things have happened worldwide which have pushed the limits of our understanding of what can happen in the world. So whatever it is that's happening right now is happening faster than we have ever anticipated. Faster and faster is happening everything. Due to this development, this technology, which it feels like it was implanted, injected, slowly, psh, bam. This is it's like a seed that you put it to grow, It's like, oh, bam, have it. After 2,000 years, have this. Chum, 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 chum. All of a sudden, in 30 years, we got from having oil lamps hanging in the house to make light in the evening to LED lights, LED, which are wirelessly controlled. You can shift the color spectrums on it with your phone. I'm not even talking about the phone. You're controlling everything with your phone in the house. If you have a new car, a new model car, you can even the car is fully controlled by your phone. Everything that's digital, you can connect to your fridge, to your refrigerator, to your vacuum cleaner. Everything is wireless technology. It's crazy. And then, of course, you have conspiracies appearing. Bam, yes, crashes. Roswell, the desert, Nevada, Area 51, Men in Black, video footage now of crafts, tic tacs, flying in the air, It's what's going on? What's going on? We've had the last hurricane season in Florida. Man, what happened there? What the heck happened there, dude? What was that? And then you have conspiracy theories, of course, harm and weather manipulation, What are we even talking about, man? Why are you talking about? You know? They were on the second hurricane, there were even videos on TikTok saying this. And I am quoting the video, I don't know who posted or what the fuck is that. This hurricane has reached its mathematical limit of what our atmosphere can handle when it comes to movement of air and tornadoes and hurricanes and things like this. What does that even mean? How it has reached the limit? Since when do we have an mathematical atmospherical limit of what our atmosphere can handle in terms of tornadoes and things? I didn't even know. What does that mean? Is this information designed to just mess with your brain? What does it do? What's happening in the world? And then you have the Didi thing. All of a sudden, that happened before and during, and then you have conspiracies that happened because it was supposed to destroy something. We are talking about human lives, man. What are you talking about? All of these conspiracies that are happening now and they are appearing now, and people are discussing about them online, and videos are getting banned and some videos are not, and some are being intentionally allowed to happen, because I don't understand. Agent Orange, Vietnam War. I can't even touch that subject, man. I am so far away on another continent. I can't even wrap my head around what was going on back then. in the US. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? About 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 beings in the jungle that are wearing some kind of they look like an exoskeleton that you can shoot them and nothing happens. They don't look human. They look humanoid, but they're not human. And what are we talking about? What is that? Where is this? Where is this going? This thing, this conversation. I'm the moon. The moon. The moon is not round, or the moon, the dark side of the moon, which is not even dark, is we just call it the dark side of the moon, but there is light on the other side of the moon. When the moon the goes in front of the sun, between us and the sun, there's light on the other side of the moon. We just call it the dark side of the moon because we can't see it. It's tidally locked to us orbitally. It's facing us in the same way, which is odd. It's odd for a moon that size and that close to us to be tidally locked to its parent planet. So of course from here also spin a lot of conspiracy theories, like the moon is a artificial structure. It's been planted there, or the moon is hollow, just like the earth can be hollow also. And because it has a resonance, and they are alien bases on the far side of the moon, which is another way of saying the dark side of the moon, which I say is more accurate, the far side of the moon. There are alien bases there, or they were or ancient archaeological sites that are discovered there, secret missions to the moon, and God, man, I don't even want to get into the conspiracies regarding the man on the moon and whatever happened there. Did we go on the moon? We didn't go on the. Where is this? Where are we going with this, man? What's going on? What's going on, dude? The earth is flat. The earth is not flat. Oh, but the flat earthers, dude, they are like gorillas pounding their chests, Man, it's flat. No, it's not flat. No. Some of these rabbit holes, if you there is some truth, of course, to these conspiracies. There is, of course, there is. There is enough. Again, there is enough to make you interested. There's enough facts and realities to make you interested to go into it, and that it's enough to hook you, to get you inside. And once you get inside, you understand how muddy all of it is. You don't know actually what is true or not anymore. We are not allowed. You are not allowed as an individual, no matter how much money you have, to go and visit the Antarctica, the continent. You can, but only in designated places where there are established colonies, outposts for scientific studies or military studies, but you can't just go by yourself and explore Antarctica or fly over it or whatever, things like this. You can't. If there is a thing that all the world apparently agrees upon, all the powers of the world apparently agree upon, is the fact that no one should be allowed to go there. and there is permanent outposts there that do not allow you to do that. If you do that, you will be stopped. Best case scenario, turned around. Or, you understand what I'm saying? Where? What is happening? What's going on? What is this? Not only this, I'm talking about, I'm saying about so many things, so many other things. There is a conspiracy for everything, man. There are missing chapters of the Bible, the book of Enoch, giants roaming the world, angels, fallen angels, the Nephilims, Moses and the Noah and the
In 3 kilometers,
Moses
take the
and
exit.
Moses and the Ark of the Covenant, Noah and the Ark. What's up, man? What's going on? David, the true origin and the understanding. Who wrote the chapters in the Bibles, and it lets you like, what is there a way? Is there something that I can go into without eventually turning it to some kind of a conspiracy? No, man. JFK, Che Guevara. What's that, man? KGB, CIA, FBI. What is going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? I can't. Some of the things I am interested in right now, they are just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. It's hard, to just focus your attention on it and say, man, what does this even mean? What are the implications of this? If this could be true, Göbekli Tepe with it being linked
In
to
600 meters, take the exit.
being a temple raised for God in the name of God by Noah after the flood. What are we talking about, dude?
Take the exit.
That's just insane, man. And this is where we are right now. I haven't even scratched the surface.
In 300 meters,
And
sharp right.
And of course, if there's any of the subjects that I've just touched in this conversation that you would
Sharp
like
right, then turn left.
to hear more about, you hear my GPS, to hear more about, just tell me in the comment section, and I'm gonna try to dig in, find more information about this stuff, and just let you know
Turn left.
in a nice, fine, friendly way. Until next time, take care. And of course, believe that there is
Continue
more
2 kilometers.
to life than meets the eye. Peace.